There it is, dude. Got to come here for real West Coast hip hop, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we got about 8 more minutes before I have to check out, Lonzo, or before we have to call it a night. Let's jump into some questions from the audience. Some of these you've already answered, but Ben Making Bands TV, looks like that's a new viewer. Thank you for joining the show. He says, you dealt with Stan the Guitar Man. We've talked about him, but break down Stan the Guitar Man.
I grew up with Stan the Guitar Man, literally. We grew up on I grew up on the same block. This is how old I am. When Stan got his first guitar, I was at the house. My dad had a lawn cutting service. Stan and his brother got the bass, Stan got the guitar. They couldn't play dead if you killed them. Okay, they in the garage. I'm cutting their lawns, listening to them fuck up some notes. Okay. Later on, Stan became the shit. He learned guitar. His brother played bass pretty good too. But Stan was the one that got into it. He got involved with L.A. Dre and some more players, and they started making music around the neighborhood. Stan lived 3 blocks from Eve After Dark, literally. L.A. Dre lived 3 blocks from Eve After Dark. They're all from the same neighborhood. We're all from the same neighborhood. So this is something that people have to, if my neighborhood, Dre's auntie, Stan the Guitar Man, L.A. Dre, me, all of us lived in it was like Motown down there. And Eve After Dark was the centerfold. It wasn't Motown, it wasn't the house, it was Eve After Dark was the center. Joel used to come to Eve After Dark and win contests every weekend. Anytime I had a singing contest, Joel come up there and win a quick $50 and go home. Literally. She would win a quick $50 and go home. So this is how shit was developing out of Eve After Dark. And when Dre started making records, started making music, because shit, everybody had either played downstairs at Jeffy's, or I went to school with them. So when I was doing certain things, everybody would come by the club. That was part of the vibe. And I think Stan, I think he didn't play for anything on any of our songs, but he was recommended because he was one of the few guys that from the neighborhood that can play a guitar. That's real shit.
There you go, man. Art Chavez says, Lonzo, how long was the West Coast distribution in business for?
We might have been in business maybe just shy of 2 years, man. One thing, and this is something I can attest to. One thing, when you got a bunch of money and a bunch of youngsters, this is why it never happened again. You got a bunch of money, bunch of youngsters. I was 30. I might have been 28, 29, 30. I just bought my house when I was about 29. Everybody got money. Everybody got hit records. Everybody got an ego like a motherfucker. Everybody's ego is big. Heads is big. Nobody can't tell nobody shit. We grossed $1 million the first year. Okay, grossed $1 million. Rodney O's album was why we grossed $1 million. Rodney O's album and JJ Fad were the 2 big sellers for West Coast. Right behind that was the Compton compilation. All right. Egypt had some of his catalog over there. I had some of my old catalog over there. So we were very successful very fast because we already had name recognition with all the distributors. And at that time, there was 2 circles of distribution. There was the majors and the independents. Independents no longer exist. Nothing secondary exists anymore. You had 2 different sets of radio stations. You had 2 different sets of distributors. And all that shit is gone now. All of it's gone. So, but nonetheless, we had the hits. And everybody knew we made hits, and hip hop was still so very new, especially on the West Coast. You had to buy the record just to make sure just to make sure it was a flop, and that's what the key to Michel'le's success and the key to his demise, because Michel'le would put out any goddamn thing. Michel'le would put a microphone up a frog's ass and watch that motherfucker ribbit and then try and sell that shit. Okay? He put a microphone here, okay, put a beat to that motherfucker and try to sell that shit. All of a sudden, And the record business is 100% returnable. So that frog shit don't sell, it come right back to you. And that's what put you out of business. That's what hurt Master P. Master P was putting out records like nobody's business. Had all the shelf space in Best Buys and all the stores, but at some point in time, those stores start selling space for those records, and now you owe money. You're renting space whether you sell records or not. That was the demise of a lot of independents when they changed the retail structure of how they took in records. Because a lot of your stores, especially Best Buys and Walmart was one of the biggest distributors of music in the country, bigger than a lot of chains, because they got stores everywhere, big ones. But so many people were putting out records that wasn't selling, and then people they need space for records that do sell. So the store was losing because you didn't gave a guy just 4 or 5 weeks of space. This shit ain't selling, so they started putting a tax, some kind of little tax on shelf space for the independent. So even if you didn't sell it, nigga, you owe me some money for putting you on the shelf. And that's why you don't see Low Limit like you do no more.
Damn, just broke it down, Lonzo. I would love to continue this conversation, but we do have to end a little bit early. Before we head out, I'm going to ask everybody to hit that like button. If you have not already, please hit that subscribe button. If you are joining the channel for the first time and you like what you hear, I see a lot of new names. So welcome you to the channel. Hope you enjoy the content. Go check out some of the older content too. Lonzo has interviews with some of the who's who of West Coast hip hop. Just go down the archives and just check out, pop in, a video every once in a while. Make sure you check out his documentary, Eve After Dark, on Hulu and Tubi and Prime. I can never get that right.
Prime and my channel, CEC, Compton Entertainment.
Actually, go there first. Download the Compton Entertainment Channel app, the Compton Entertainment Channel app, and watch it there. You know what I'm saying? We need that support there. So please do that. It's a simple download. Do it to your phone. You can literally watch it, cast it to your TV, whatever the case is. Any last words before we head out, Lonzo?
Nah, man, just support J. Cole in trying to break some sense to hip hop, dude. I'm getting tired of seeing people just rake this dude over the coals because he don't want to. That ain't what he want to do. Stop making the man be a punk because he got a heart. He got some brains. It don't take an idiot. It don't take shit to be a goddamn dead hero. Hip hop need to grow up. All right, folks.
That's it. Hit him with that ending, Lonzo.
All right, folks. For those who never heard of me, I'm the first one to put Dr. Dre into surgery. Stuck Ice Cube in the freezer until he got cold. On the Eve After Dark, 50-yard line Super Bowl. In the movie Straight Outta Compton, they played me like a hater of rap. Don't believe it, Hollywood bullshit, because it was all cap. My history goes deeper than you will ever know. Just remember that N.W.A. stands for Not Without Lonzo. We got it, y'all.